Hello, beautiful collective. Thank you for joining me this Friday. Welcome into Angel Messages on Unmasked Universe, where we unmask the universe that lives inside of you. I'm so grateful that you're here today. We're going to get straight into it. I've already got everything ready. I have my crystal selection ready, and I'm going to be shooting videos back to back in order to get them out at specific times and help the algorithm in YouTube understand what it is that my channel is about so that it can reach more people and we can build our community up. So today, without further ado, our crystal is this. So this is one of my more favorite samples. It's a tea light, and I actually put it on my altar where I honor my deceased loved ones, my ancestors, my angels, guides, my spirit team, period. Um, that's where I have a lot of my energy going, and we're, in the same space that I do meditation and that I do mindfulness and I do deep breathing. And it's where I place all of my energy in the same area, which is here in my room. I do have a tiny house, so I have all of my comfort space and energy here in this room, and this is my protective bubble. So hence why I have so many crystals around. Plus, I have a little one, not super little, but little enough that having things like crystals around that are delicate tend to get broken when things are getting thrown around. So yeah. So that's one sample that I have. It comes in many different forms. This is more of a raw format. I got this one for, it's not going to show it that well. I got this one for making jewelry as a pendant. So it would, you know, fairly substantial piece. And then it comes in points. It comes in clusters like that. It comes in geodes. My geode is stuck to a moss thing that I made. So I'm not going to take that out and show you. But it also comes polished or raw. This is one of my more favorite pieces, even though it's teeny tiny. I really love it. It's raw. And the camera's not really picking up the right color because I can't adjust my camera right now. Um, that's why it makes everything look so sharp on my face. You can see every single wrinkle. Oh well. But yeah, it also comes in things like skulls and pyramids. I have a pyramid. I actually showed it in the last video that I recorded. I did record a bunch of videos and there was no sound on it. So what do you do? Just start over. That's all you can do. It was a little annoying, but whatever. All right, so there is a lot about amethyst here, so I think I'm just going to read the attributes today because it's a very long one. Yeah, very long. It's like 4 pages long. So just to save us some time, I'll just read the attributes today. So amethyst is an extremely powerful and protective stone with a high spiritual vibration. It guards against psychic attack, transmuting the energy into love. A natural tranquilizer, amethyst blocks geopathic stress and negative environment energies. Its serenity enhances higher states of consciousness and meditation. Amethyst has strong healing and cleansing powers and enhances spiritual awareness. Traditionally, it was worn to prevent drunkenness and has a sobering effect on overindulgence and physical passions, supporting sobriety. It overcomes addictions and blockages of all kinds. Using at a higher level, amethyst opens to another reality. Amethyst is extremely beneficial to the mind, calming or stimulating as appropriate. When you meditate, it turns thoughts away from the mundane into tranquility and deeper understanding. Mentally, it helps you feel less scattered, more focused, and in control of your faculties. It enhances the assimilation of new ideas and connects cause with effect. This stone facilitates the decision making process, bringing in common sense and spiritual insights and putting decisions and insights into practice. Mentally, it calms and synthesizes and aids the transmission of neural signals through the brain. It is helpful where insomnia is caused by an overactive mind and protects against recurrent nightmares. Amethyst enhances memory and improves motivation, making you more able to set realistic goals. It can help you remember and understand dreams and facilitates the visualization process. Amethyst balances out highs and lows, promoting emotional centering. It dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety, alleviating sadness and grief. It supports coming to terms with loss. Amethyst is one of the most spiritual stones, promoting love of the divine, giving insights into its true nature, and encouraging selflessness and spiritual wisdom. It opens intuition and enhances psychic gifts. This is an excellent stone for meditation and scrying and can be placed on the third eye to stimulate it. Sleeping with amethyst facilitates out of body experiences and brings intuitive dreams. It transmutes lower energies to higher frequencies of the spiritual and etheric realms. Yeah. So, um, so one of the things that I love about amethyst personally, and I have a ton of it all over my room. Actually, the three main stones, well, let me say five main stones that I have in my room are amethyst, rose quartz, quartz, smoky quartz, and angelite. And that's because the mix of them are all extremely healing and protective. And on an energetic and psychic level, it's a really nice mix to have. Smoky quartz we'll get into as well. That's a great stone for protection. So up here, you'll see that I have smoky quartz, and then I have rose quartz, and all along here is amethyst and rose quartz, right? I have that right by my bed, and I have it all over my room, just calming me and bringing me down to a centered space. So, but one of the things I love about amethyst, and especially the bigger pieces like this, but you can even use something like this, a point, or you could use a littler cluster like this, a smaller cluster, a littler. Um, I like to put my other jewelry and things that I like to wear on a more frequent basis or other crystals on top of it because it's one of the only crystals that actually cleanses itself. So you don't actually need to do anything special to cleanse it. And you can put other stones on top of it or your jewelry that's made out of crystals or gemstones, and it will cleanse it for you. The only thing that you want to do with amethyst is to charge it, but not under the sun because it does fade in the sun. So you want to avoid sunlight on it. If sunlight's coming in a window and shining on your amethyst, it'll actually make it fade a lot. Um, so you charge it in the moonlight instead. On a full moon, just stick it outside. Or if you live somewhere where it's too wet or winter at that season, then you can put it in a window where it's going to catch the moon. It only needs about 1 hour, half an hour, 1 hour most, but half an hour would do it too. So just needs to catch the moon for a period of time so that it can recharge itself. And when you do it with any of your crystals, you're going to set it out in the sun or the moon, and you're just going to have the intention that it's going to be charged by that energy of the sun or the moon. All right, so it's very windy here today. I woke up with quite the headache. Um, where I live, it's really windy a lot. Sorry. It's really windy a lot, and the wind gets up to extreme speeds and knocks trees down. And sometimes, it can lift up silos and throw them across highways and fields and irrigation and all kinds of things. So it's one of those days where I was hoping to walk to the gym today because my car broke down on the way to taking it to the shop to be repaired. It got stuck in the intersection um, this morning. And so I was hoping that I could walk to the gym. It wasn't nearly as windy at that point, but then by the time I got home, it was so windy. I'm like, nah, the gym is pretty far away. So I'm just not going to do that today. And hopefully I get my car back tonight and then I can just drive to the gym tonight. We'll see. I want to be able to take care of my body, but you know, we've got to just face some things sometimes in our human experience that might put a little bit of a wrench in our plans, in our human plans. But as they say, the human makes plans and the universe just laughs. Okay, so if you see me drinking coffee today, that is why I am tired. I need a little pep in my step. The wind takes it out of me and it gives me a headache. So, yeah, let's connect into these beautiful angels. I already did beforehand, but we'll just reconnect the collective energy here. Angels and archangels, I ask you to please allow me to collect. I ask you to please allow me to connect to the guardian angels of the collective to receive any messages for their highest good for the energy of Friday, January 17th, please and thank you. What are the messages that the collective needs to hear most at this time? Thank you. What are the messages that the collective needs to hear most for Friday, January 17th? Thank you. And one more, please. What are the messages that the collective needs to hear most for their highest and greatest good? Tapping into the energy of Friday, January 17th. Oh, that's all I hear. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see here. So we have self-care, evolution, and renewal. And because my camera, has so many issues with focusing, what I'm going to do now to streamline it a bit is to read the cards, get into the angel numbers books. We'll do all that. And then before I tie it all together, I'll show you all the cards, okay? That'll make it easier. So the first card is self-care, angel number 789. Practice self-care. Ensure you're getting enough rest and engaging in activities that bring joy into your life. All right. And then which one came out first? Renewal? Okay. So the next card is renewal, angel number 890. You are experiencing renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. All right. And then the last card is evolution, angel number 567. You are evolving spiritually and emotionally, moving towards greater wisdom and understanding. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Clump of milk and almond milk in my cup. All right. So, I think because we only got three cards, let's do one from this book. Focusing. Mm-mm. Okay. There. Okay. Because these ones are predominantly longer. So, okay, I tap into the collective and the guardian angels, and I ask you to let me know when to stop. Thank you. Okay, so the angel number is 2. The number 2 is another sacred number that holds many attributes, but is predominantly rational with other people, with the angels, with God, and with yourself. On its own, 2 carries the energy of balance and harmony, as well as equity and love. It is a powerful and compelling number. When you see 2 frequently, know that it is a sign to focus not only on yourself, but also on another facet of your relationship with what's around you. The number 2 might appear when you feel isolated from the people in your life and want a change. Follow its warning and get integrated into your community. Now, community can be mean anything to you. That can mean like your actual community, or it could also mean like just your family or your extended family, or even your friend circle. This number is also about service and compassion. In North American societies, a strong sense of individualism permeates all aspects of life. Because of this, it is easy to become fixated on ourselves and what we are going through and not enough on how we can help others. Perhaps you know someone who is struggling financially. Instead of showing sympathy, you could take your actions a step further and ask what you can do for them. It is about showing compassion and actively helping those who need it. And as you do this, others will flock to you when you need grace. So it's returned to you, right? There are moments in our lives when we are pushing ahead with what we believe are the right decisions, but sometimes doubt sneaks in and suddenly we aren't sure whether we are doing the right thing. Perhaps you received an angel number telling you to stay on a certain path. You followed it, but you haven't gotten any confirmation from God that you are going in the right direction. The number 2 tells you to have faith in what is happening in your life. Maybe you have been praying for direction but haven't received an answer yet. When you see 2, this is the angels telling you to believe that you are going the correct way and that your prayers will be answered soon. In order to bring about balance, we have to look at what's inside ourselves. The number 2 is a reminder that we are dual creatures. We have light and dark sides to ourselves. Everyone experiences this, and there's no shame in it. In fact, embracing the duality in us is one of the best ways to become a fuller, more loving human being. Never shy away from your dark side. Yes, I think we just got this one in the last reading too, if I'm not mistaken. It does say sit in a comfortable position and hold 2 coins between your fingers so you can feel the differences on each side. The meditation is to close your eyes and move your fingers along the coin's surface. Think of the coins as the essence of 2. Both have 2 sides, 2 different pictures, and 2 aspects to themselves that combine to make a singular object. Now, see the coins for what they are, ways to enrich someone else. A coin may be a small step, but combined, they form a force to be reckoned with. Every good act begins with a small step that will create a stronger force when carried out over time. This is the nature of 2. Commitment, faith, and compassion. Know this and take it with you. All right. So let me just see what I'm getting here all together. Hopefully you're all doing well today. All right. So the energy that I'm picking up on right now is touching base on perhaps feeling, how do I word that, angels? Please assist me with clear communication since I'm tired today. So the energy that I'm feeling is like self-defeat. So almost like the self-defeatism, um, feeling like you've been doing everything that you need to do, or you've been working as hard as you can, maybe feeling like you aren't meeting your own goals and objectives, or maybe for some of you, what I'm picking up, it's that you're not seeing the results of what work you're putting in. So you feel as though you're not being compensated. In a reciprocal manner at this point for the work that you've been putting in. And what you're being asked to do here is to not neglect yourself in this situation. So we can strive forward, we can work really hard towards all of our goals and objectives, but it'll mean nothing if we're not demonstrating that we love ourselves and we're putting ourselves first. So the whole point of this is to come back to ourselves on this journey, right? By doing so, we're coming back to source. Now, in this book, I say God, so just replace that with whomever it is that you call your creator. I say the word source. For me, that's all encompassing. But whomever your creator is, you're coming back to your creator by coming back to you, by loving all aspects of yourself, shadow included, right? And not denying any aspect of self. And that also comes back down to this self care. In order to get the renewal that they're talking about, the renewal is here, the energy is here. It's ready to be taken on into you to renew some aspect of you. Maybe it's just to reinvigorate you. Maybe you've been feeling low energy lately since the full moon. Maybe you are looking for some renewal in some aspect of your life or your body, right? Even your mind. Maybe it's your emotional state. Whatever it is in your situation, self-care is part of that. So if you are feeling weary, if you are feeling like you're putting in more effort than what you're seeing in return, the angels are signaling that you are doing the right thing and to keep your motivation high and don't lose faith at this time because it is at this time that you're being, I hate to use the word tested, but your faith is almost being tested at this moment, okay? To see if you are ready for the next step. So generally after we have this big release, then we're in this state of where we can receive the gift of this renewal that they're talking about, and then the evolution that comes from that renewal. So it's a renewed sense of purpose. And that can happen in so many different ways within us. But what they're saying is that with this comes this surge of energy where you may start to doubt yourself. You may start to doubt your connection with source. You may start to doubt your path. There's many things that may be surfacing at this time. And so become aware of them, but don't go dredging into them, right? Don't go exploring them deeply. This is not the time for that. What this is the time to be aware of that and just to say, you know what? I see that. I see that's fear. I see that that's triggered from here. And I still believe in myself. I still believe I'm 100% worthy of receiving these gifts, of receiving this path, of receiving this renewal, of receiving an upgrade, up leveling into the next phase of your evolution and your journey. And so you have to stay in that faith. Know that you're going to be provided for. Know that source and the universe are taking care of you on this journey. It may not feel like it, you may not be seeing that reflected back to you yet, but it is coming. And so we need to hold that faith in order for us to be fully renewed and to experience the evolution into the next phase of our journey. And this is the biggest thing that I'm coming to in this energy right now that I'm feeling. And self care is the first step. So if it's feelings of lack or self doubt or depreciation of self in any way, shape, or form, or you're avoiding or neglecting your self-care and rest, then this is telling source that you don't believe in this path. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in source. You don't have the faith. And it's by showing yourself this love and this compassion and choosing to veer away from any self-sabotaging behaviors or thoughts that you're having right now that are, pulling your self-esteem or your energy down to a level where you might be feeling sad, or hopeless even, or unsure, doubt. Um, this self-care in itself is an act of love, which is an act of love to source. It's keeping the faith by holding yourself up and accountable for your own faith. And this is when you start to shift that awareness and put that energy into you, that love into you, that care that you so dearly deserve, then this is when you experience the renewal. And so you're being asked to maintain some balance between what effort you're putting into the world and remembering that it's not just about the path, it's not just about what's happening in your human experience, but it's about you first and foremost. What you do for yourself, how you take care of yourself, how you love yourself, saying no to those thoughts and those fears and the belief and anything that's holding you back, saying no to that. Nope, not today. Well, one of my favorite sayings, nope, not today, Satan. Saying no to the thoughts that want to pull you back into old ways of being and old energies, right? And we call those on this channel devil energies because it's the darkness that is trying to pull you back into a state of unconsciousness, a state of feeling unworthy to receive what it is that the universe is trying to give you right now. And sometimes you just might need to break out of your habits and do spend time in your communities, do spend time with your family, get out of that funk that you're feeling right now and move towards the direction that you're really that you feel will be loving and supporting for you to break you out of those things. And now it's also important to remember that, these things can sometimes just be band-aid fixes. So you have to consciously choose whether or not you want to continue down that path or to hold faith. And maybe everything that we're manifesting doesn't come in right away. Maybe what we want as the evolution is not what we receive, but it's what we need. So keep that in mind. Whatever it is that you receive in this renewal process, it's going to propel you further and keep you on track. It's going to give you a renewed sense of hope. And that's what you're being asked to do by taking care of yourself and your own needs, putting yourself first before others. Then this renewal itself can take place. And your renewed sense of purpose and hope comes with that. So I'll leave the messages there because I'm not really getting anything else from that, but hopefully this message helps. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Get that care in, love yourself because you are worthy of it. Bye.